Plage de Barcaggio. Even its name feels like a breath of wind, a place that doesn't appear on the main routes, but finds you when you're ready for silence. At the far northern tip of Corsica, where Cap Corse meets the horizon, time doesn't rush. The sea is softer here, the light more forgiving, the air scented with rosemary and the memory of salt. I arrived at dawn. The road curved through the wild maquis, lined with low stone walls and the distant hum of cicadas. Then suddenly, the world opened. A golden arc of sand stretched before me, framed by dunes and the faint silhouette of Giraglia Island, standing solitary and proud like a guardian of the sea. Barcaggio isn't a resort. It's a whisper of a village. A few pastel houses, a tiny harbor with wooden boats, and sometimes cows wandering across the beach like slow-moving shadows. I slipped off my shoes and stepped into the sand. The water was cold, the kind of cold that wakes you, that makes you aware of every heartbeat. It was clear, almost translucent, mirroring the morning light like liquid glass. I stood there for a while, listening, not to people, but to the language of the place. The wind over the dunes, the quiet rhythm of the waves, the sigh of the earth itself. From Barcaggio, a narrow path follows the coastline to Tollare, a walk between solitude and eternity. The sea stays beside you, sometimes near, sometimes below, glimmering between rocks and reeds. The landscape changes subtly as you move. The golden soft mist of sand becomes stone, the air cooler, the silence deeper. And then Tollare appears, a cluster of old houses built from slate facing the open sea with a kind of quiet defiance. Here, everything feels stripped to essence. The small port, the round Genoese towers standing at the edge, the faint scent of salt drying on the walls, it's all raw and real. No hotels, no noise, just a fragment of the world untouched. I sat by the shore, and for a long time said nothing. The sun was low now, painting the sea in liquid gold. Giraglia stood closer, her lighthouse flickering faintly against the dusk. That's when I realized Cap Corse isn't just geography. It's a state of being, a meeting point between sea and silence, where nature doesn't perform, it simply exists. Barcaggio and Tollare aren't places you visit, they're places that visit you. They stay in your breath, in the quiet between thoughts, in that small ache you feel when beauty refuses to leave. Here at the end of the island, I found something I didn't know I'd lost. The stillness to listen, and the courage to be moved by simplicity. The kind of beauty that doesn't demand attention, only presence. And when I left, I didn't say goodbye. I just turned once more toward the horizon, where Giraglia shimmered like a promise, and thought, some places don't end, they just wait for your return.